All right, it's another G day in the books, and this was a fun one. I think it was a tie game, 20-20, exhilarating scrimmage here in Athens. It was a beautiful day. Let's dig into it, right? First takeaways, I thought the first team defense really came to play. They made Carson Beck and that first team offense work for everything they had. They came out playing hard, physical. I thought they tackled well. Micah Williams looked like a potential All-American. He's batting the ball up in the air, picking it off. C.J. Allen had an interception on Carson Beck, who played fine. I mean, he tied the game here at the end. Last minute, fourth quarter drive, big throw down the field to, I think, Colby Young, and then a beautiful touchdown pass to Dom Lovett in the corner right down here. Game/scrimmage on the line. Carson Beck came through with a big drive, but for most of the day, most of the scrimmage, the first team defense, I thought played really well. I think they wanted to make a statement today, and I think they did. It's a 20-20 ball game. Not a lot of scoring, not a lot of touchdowns, not a lot of big explosive plays. You had some here and there, but for the most part, as the wind blows a lot of trash around me, got to push through, just like the Dogs. But the quarterback play could have been better. Carson Beck missed a couple guys, but again, there was some tight coverage from the defensive backs, and I thought they tackled well. I do think that there were some balls that maybe could have been caught by the receivers. On the opening drive, I thought Carson Beck hit Dylan Bell for a touchdown. They ran that slot fade to the end zone quite a bit. That's definitely something that I had an eye on. Thought that was a touchdown. It wasn't. Gunnar Stockton, somewhat of an up and down day. He had some nice balls, but he also had some head scratchers. So it was not, an ideal day for either quarterback. But again, I do think you have to give the defense a lot of credit. I thought Jalen Walker played well for the black team. He was real physical. And they came after Carson. I mean, they gave them some looks. They started the game with 3 outside linebackers. First team defense, secondary, Malachi Starks was not out there, but Janelle Aguero was at the star position. Julian Humphrey and Jalen Everett were the corners, and then you had Dan Jackson and Ja'Cory Thomas and the other 2 safeties. Linebacker, Raylan Wilson, C.J. Allen. C.J. Allen's very good player. He can run, he can hit, he can catch. He and Small Munden might be the 2 best inside linebackers that you'll see across the SEC and maybe the country. Janelle Aguero had some nice hits. Let's talk about the running backs. I know I'm a little all over the place, but the game just ended. I don't have all the stats in front of me, but I will say, let's throw some game balls out to some guys on offense. Roderick Robinson, absolute bowling ball, just a truck, a unit, whatever you want to call him. I mean, 235, 240, just running through guys out here. He ran through Dalen Everett. He ran through Julian Humphrey. I think ran through Dan Jackson at some point. So if you're not his size, good luck tackling that dude. And like I said in another video, I've had a lot of people tell me, Georgia's going to run through some teams. Carson Beck is Carson Beck. He's very good, and he did show an NFL caliber arm out here. And again, he wasn't perfect, and I don't think the numbers are going to blow anyone away. 2 touchdowns, I believe 2 interceptions. I may have that wrong because I don't have the final stats in front of me. But they are going to run through some teams. Andrew Paul, I thought, ran the ball really well, but Roderick Robinson was a guy who really impressed, and so did Trevor Etienne. He showed really good burst and the ability to break tackles at 205, but he showed that burst and that quickness and the speed that guys like Roderick Robinson and Andrew Paul don't exactly have. But Roderick Robinson caught some passes out of the backfield. He got a lot of touches, which is exactly what I said was going to happen. Also told y'all not to expect Cash Jones. Didn't see him out there today. Ryan Puglisi, the freshman quarterback, did not see him out there today. He's still dealing with a leg issue. He had kind of a sleeve on his leg with a cane out there, kind of strutting, but injured at the same time, which is a little odd to say out loud. Colby Young, the baller. I mean, he looked like a little AJ Green out there. Not little, because he's 6'4", 6'5", but you can tell that guy is going to bring something to the table offensively and in the passing game that maybe some other guys just aren't. You can't teach 6'4", 6'5". You can't do it. It's impossible. But you can continue to help him progress and develop to be a possible alpha receiver. And he made some alpha catches out there today. There was one play in particular that really caught my eye. It was in the first half. It was a 3rd and medium, 3rd and long, and the defense came after Carson. They gave him a look that they were coming. They pressured, and he had a guy or two almost in his face, and he ripped the ball down the middle of the field. It was a great ball. It was just a laser, and Colby Young snatched that bad boy out of the air and dragged, I think, Janelle Aguero 3 or 4 more yards. And that was easy to notice too. There were several catches where he's picking up 3-4 yards, you know, with a guy draped on him. He doesn't go down immediately. He's a big kid. The ball skills, the touchdown in the end zone, I thought was really impressive. Again, that's something you see from, you know, a Lawrence Cager, AJ Green, George Pickens type, where he used his size to his advantage and shows the hands. I thought Anthony Evans, the sophomore wide receiver, really flashed. He brought some speed. Dylan Bell's very good. Dom Lovett's very good. They got weapons. Jaden Riddell, the tight end, caught some passes today for the red team. Or no, I guess he was on the black team, second team offense. It's going to be tough to keep that guy on the bench for a long time. I know they got Oscar Delp. They got the kid from Stanford coming in. They got Lawson Lucky. But Jaden Riddell is going to be a really, really good player for this team. Trying to think of some other guys who's still, KJ Bolden, true freshman KJ Bolden. All over the place at safety. He is a really good player. Had a big 3rd down tackle where, you know, he read what was happening and just flew to the ball carrier. I think it was like a swing route to the running back. Thought they could pick it up easy, but KJ Bolden flying in there, making a play. So overall, it was a kind of a slow start, kind of a boring game / scrimmage early on, but it really picked up in the second half. And you know, I do think that the first team defense came to play. They wanted to make a statement because heading into this, we had kind of heard throughout the spring, maybe not most of the spring, but consistently, that the offense was doing better than the defense. And so today I thought the defense came out hungry. And they attacked. They probably showed a little more from a scheme perspective than they have in the past for G-Day. But you know, again, Jalen Walker was very good. C.J. Allen was very good. I think Warren Brinson flashed a little bit. And again, Michael Williams was outstanding as well. So Raylan Wilson, I think, did a great job in coverage. Dan Jackson is a reliable option in the secondary. He's not elite, but he's a consistent, dependable safety back there. You know, occasionally he'll get beat by some big-time, you know, wide receivers in the SEC, right? The best of the best in the conference are gonna do pretty well against Dan Jackson, but he's an experienced veteran. The wind, windy out here. Maybe that affected the quarterback now that I'm out here in the stands and not in the press box. But the quarterbacks could have played a little better. I think the defensive line did a good job of batting the ball down several times, but they could have been more accurate. But I think both flashed, you know, a big arm. And there were some throws by Gunner that were eye-opening, and then there were a couple head scratchers. Of course, couldn't really see him run out here. But I will say this. Here's a mess. Wind everywhere. Don't take away too much from G-Day, right? I know some people are going to be maybe upset or frustrated that the offense didn't score a ton of points. I'm telling you right now, don't take much away from this scrimmage. I'm not. Oh, we're turning around. This wind is brutal. It's turning the camera around. I got 1 minute to go. 1 minute to go. I don't know how much you can take from the line of scrimmage in a game like this. So it's hard to really give some game balls there, but you can look at the skill position players. There were defenders who made plays, receivers made plays, the running backs were really running hard, and this team is obviously better than this because there were so many guys out. Malachi Starks was out, Smile Munden was out, Cash Jones was out. I thought it was going to be a big day for Cash Jones until a few days ago when I was told he wasn't going to play. But overall, this was a lot of good on good. You know, there's not a lot bad to take away from this, and we're probably taking away too many good things, but there's a lot of really good players against a lot of really good players. New faces were making plays, freshmen were making plays. We're gonna write all about this over on Dawg Post, so there's a lot more to come. I'm gonna write about my thoughts thoughts from the box, big popular story that we do after every game, just like this video. So you can read that over on Dawg Post. But some positives for sure. No doubt about it. Not trying to take too much, but this is a very talented team, and it was fun down the stretch here. Ended in a tie, I think, if I saw the final scoreboard correctly, 20-20. Not perfect, and it looked not great for the quarterbacks here and there, but this team is very good. That's what I learned today. This team can absolutely play for another national championship and possibly win one. Thanks for watching this video. Make sure you sign up to the newsletter. That link is down below. You can read everything we have over on Dawg Post. Your boy, Coach DeBray, signing off from Sanford Stadium. Another beautiful day in Athens. Great G-Day. Hope to see y'all over on the website.